Kitty Pryde has some serious damage. Fintech does a god-tier demonstration of this. Kabam further response to the state of the game. Hood's invisibility is broken. Is it now? And did Medusa and Mangog go high or low? Yes, hello everybody. Welcome to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Monday. It was a great weekend. Hopefully you had a good weekend. I went to my cousin's wedding and realised, as well as Em did, we need to go back in time to sort some problems out. Hence why I have now got this, the Eye of Agamotto. So, no, didn't work. Tried landing that joke in the Cavalier cheat sheet on Friday. So not working. But remember everybody to hit the like button, subscribe with post notifications on all. Try and support the channel as we hit, or try and hit, 58,000 subscribers. We're nearly there, 57.6. Come on, more people to sub, please. It's absolutely free. And also, if you like Marvel Future Revolution, and you should because it is a great game, very, very fun, amazing PvE for mobile and as well, you know, tablet and all that stuff. Check out my second channel, Rich's Revolution. We're really close as well to hitting 4,000 subscribers. So yeah, please do that. Please come along and subscribe to the second channel, Rich's Revolution. I've got a load of spicy videos this week about how I'm increasing my rating as a free-to-play player and all that stuff doing as a free-to-play player. So yeah, come along. Give a little watch on that channel. But also, we must give some thanks. Thank you so much to everybody that supports the channel as a Patreon and as a YouTube member. You're on screen right now. Massive love, massive thanks. And also those that give support over at twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. That's where I do a lot of my live streaming. This week I should be live streaming lots of MCOC, lots of Marvel Future Revolution and Call of Duty Warzone. So if you have an Amazon Prime account and want to give a free Twitch sub, please consider myself. That'll be a massive help. Also to give tier 1 subs, tier 2 subs, also bits and donations. Thank you very much for supporting and keeping the channel going. And I'll see you tonight for a live stream. But now we've done all the promoting, we've done all the shouting out of the very kind people. Let's now talk about what's going down with the game. There's not a huge amount on, but the stories that we have got to talk about and as well kind of bring to the forefront do seem to be very, very important. So I saw this on the forums and as well there was a Kabam response from this, but it's Hood's invisibility is broken. So on the 3rd of September, Snorri says, hey guys, don't know if there has been a post about this before, but I can't find it. Hood's invisibility doesn't work as intended. First hit, 120% chance to miss, always works. Second hit, 100% chance to miss. About 50% of the time I get hit on the opponent's second hit while I'm invisible. 100% is supposed to mean guaranteed miss, or am I missing just missing something? A lot of times you could say like, is this node interaction? Is it champion specific interaction? That could lead to something like saying, okay, well, there's ability accuracy reduction here, the defense ability accuracy here, reduction there. That's got an offensive ability reduction with that. There's lots of interactions and reductions in various different places. However, though, many players have then gone, hey, this is actually something that I see as well. I've noticed this, and it does seem that if there's a lot of people that seem to be experiencing the same thing and collectively come to the same place, it's time for Kabam indeed to look into this. And Kabam Zibit first of all said, hey there, do you happen to have any information on who you were fighting when this occurred, what quest you're in, or what nodes were active at the time? Even if this happens in multiple places, having the specifics can help find starting point, yada, yada, yada. Just to help the team out, obviously, a video and stuff. But there is something to showcase. I'm not sure how good this is going to come out, but this is from a GIF of this particular interaction. There's a point which is there, which will have the being hit motion, or the being hit kind of element to it. Now, people might say with the delightful Cosmic Ghost Rider, would vigilance play some sort of, play a factor into this? Unfortunately, there's no vigilance up for Cosmic Ghost Rider at that point, which would be, the interaction, which would kind of like look to say that, okay, you should be able to hit as a Cosmic Ghost Rider. However, though, there is no vigilance up, and therefore looking at this is going like, oh, hang on a minute. What is indeed going on? To further explain this, or just kind of put it into context, as I said, I think this is what the original post is talking about. The first hit misses like it should, but the next one doesn't, which you should be able to see in this GIF right here. So it's the goes invisible there, and second hit you get hit. So it's like He's talking about the consistency of that invisibility. So that's the real kind of like main thing if you're confused with this. And I hope, as Kabam say, they will pass it on. They will indeed look at it, because you know there are a lot of players out there that are fans of Hood and would like to see the Hood performing as the Hood should. In any case, I'll keep you updated with this particular story and see what happens down the line. Hopefully, you know, it is looked into. Kitty Pryde has some awesome damage. Yes, that's our next topic of discussion. So I saw this, I actually got copied into the thread, which was somebody saying that the people in the CCP were playing the champion wrong. I mean, I didn't have time to do a review because, hey, you know, putting the wedding together is actually taking a lot of free time. So, why is she being played wrong? Who's playing her right? What is the amazing damage? Well, Fintech delivers. Shout out to Fintech. I see him a few times in the comment section. It's good to see him about. Make sure as well, check out Fintech's YouTube channel. If you don't know who Fintech is, right? Number one, current leaderboard, Summon a Showdown, She-Hulk, boom, 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 bang, bang, bang. So Fintech puts together this it's just an amazing showcase. It makes me really want a Kitty Pryde, especially with the way that the champion just ramps up. I think more so because Fintech makes this look effortless, and as well because like you know, Fintech is an absolutely amazing player. It's kind of like looking at this and just going like, yeah, you gotta want it. You gotta want yourself a Kitty Pryde. First of all, the SP1. But then it does this kind of like the rocking back and forth, which is the kind of like the creating the phase, which is just the main thing. It's just like the charge up. But it's like it's when you get into the rhythm of the full damage potential, and not just the phasing, just like the rapid phasing is massively helpful, of course. And you see like the incinerate, it's great, but it's like as soon as we get to that SP2 right at the very end, it is just the most juiciest of damages. Right, here's the build up now. It's nearly there. It's nearly there with the build up. Comes in. Jesus Christ, man. That is some amazing amount of damage. That's 73 hits, and doing that rate of damage is just absolutely sublime. Especially like building up to the last little bits there. Especially like triggering off the kind of the when it was kind of going against those projectiles, doing those like rapid misses, it massively helped that. And that's just like, it just goes down to well timing, well played, and all those things as well. So go and check out Fintech's channel, but it's still amazing to see that extensive amount of damage, which is very, very nice. And now let's do a little bit of a follow-up little discussion, or follow-up coverage, as it were, from something that we talked about on Friday. So if you remember on Friday, one of the kind of threads, or this kind of like petition, kind of sparked something in a response from Kabam. If you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. It was one I posted on Friday, and it was part of the show, the new show, and it kind of looked at like several different areas. I mean, for me, the biggest takeaway, the thing that I kind of took as the most important thing, and I think for a lot of players the most important thing, is the element of communication. Essentially, it was saying, and what I was saying as well, is that we've gone from about 3 weeks, which will be a month total at the end of this week, since we last heard an update on, you know, what Kabam have been working on and where they're going with trying to get things into a more stable nature with this game. And after that response from Kabam Miki, which we covered last week, Kabam Porthos even kind of like, you know, said that we've got to like, you know, he's defending, you know, the company as best they can, and as well, like, you know, being honest, because that's the thing at the end of the day. And this is good, to be honest, especially from all parties. Like Kabam Porthos says, ultimately you want the game to perform as well as possible on as many devices as possible, as often as possible. The very last thing we want for players to be unhappy with how the game is performing. It's not only our jobs, it's our passion to create and maintain an environment that allows players to get into the Marvel Universe and escape the stresses of their everyday lives, which, you know, that's gaming. That's what gaming is. If players aren't happy, we are not happy. It's really that simple. As soon as an issue is reported to us, we set out about investigating it, to replicate it, trying to figure out what's causing it, and trying to find out an appropriate solution as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, there are some issues which take longer than others to sort out, and we understand players can get frustrated the length of time it takes to develop and fix for some things. We also become impatient and frustrated, and the longer a bug has been going on, the more upset we become. So we totally understand how players can feel. And that's a nice bit of like honesty there by Kabam Porthos. And that's just the thing, you know. I think we get it. I think there's a little bit of kind of like empathic understanding about what, you know, Kabam are feeling like their way of trying to get it sorted. But as well, the biggest issue for us is like being a consumer is kind of like it's kind of like you've got to be on it whenever you do a product. And when I think about like the products that, you know, myself and my business partner want to kind of bring to the forefront, we have to make sure that we've covered each and every eventuality in order to make sure if something goes wrong that we're able to properly identify how to make it right. And that's just the thing, isn't it? It's like you've got to make it right. You've got to do it quickly because it's like it's your reputation at stake. So there's a lot that's weighing on that when it comes to getting stuff sorted. It also further in the day led to Kabam Mike giving it a little bit of a further response, saying that I'm seeing that what I said yesterday was seen as insensitive by some members of the community. I don't think it was insensitive at all with the response. I just think that, as I said, like, the main thing is communication. And it was never my intention to try and sound as if we're not taking this seriously, or that we are somehow the victims here. What I wanted to convey is that that there are some reasons that we have not been able to give you more information or a timeline, and that we're on the same page. Any post we write can be taken in many different ways, and that's because verbal communication contains nuance and inflection that is lost in written communications. And I did not mean to sound dismissive or rude about any of this, nor do I in any of the posts we make every day. And I'm sorry that the words I use left any of that up to interpretation. This one is completely off the rails. Yeah, it's off the rails. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's the case. It's just like the main thing. I mean, when I put my video out on Friday, I think a lot of players, and if you're kind of like misconstruing what Kabam Mike is saying, I think the main factor is communication. As he says, communication. But then it's like, as I said, like the simple gesture of going like, hey everybody, state of the battle realm, or kind of like, you know, even more like Dan does around the battle realm each and every kind of like couple of days. I do the news show just to kind of like grab people in the loop. It's like I'm doing a lot of communication on Kabam's behalf because, number one, players don't like coming to the forums, believe it or not. People would read in-game messages a lot more. So do you put like, I don't know, game kind of things, updates, there's a bug currently going on. Yeah, Kabam aren't going to let people know, oh, there's a bug with their game, because it's not good publicity. But why is it a case that we're having to kind of like, we're literally having to like fish for kind of like information and clues? And it's like, well, I don't know, maybe putting something out on a weekly basis onto the forums, onto Twitter, even kind of like allowing me to do maybe like an official news kind of show. Maybe like that's not too like this, where I will criticize Kabam and stuff, but something that is just scripted to what they want to have, that kind of like gives them information of going like on stuff. But you know, do you want to publicize that there's a bug within your game? I don't think Kabam would want to do that. But either way, it's just when these things are going, hey, this week we worked on this and it didn't really go so well. Okay, cool. So you are working. All right, okay, nice. But it's like, that's again goes back to this point that I was saying. We are now up to nearly a month of silence on something that is quite key within the game that's not working as intended. But that's just it. It just boils down to communication at the end of the day. But remember to keep locked to the show, locked to the channel, and if there is any updates when it comes to situations around State of the Battle Realm or anything else, then of course I'll keep you as informed as I possibly can. And now we close out the Monday show as we normally do with the arena results and predictions for round 2. And that's why whilst recording, I've dropped down my prediction for Medusa as a 5-star. So Medusa is a 6-star. First of all, I'm going with 148 mil. I'm not 100% sure on the 145 I predicted last week, so I don't know where that's going to fall when it comes to this week. So 148 mil I think is going to be safe as anything, especially with the about 35 to 38 position discrepancy between what we need to see when it comes to results and stuff. So I'm going with that. 148 mil for Medusa 6-star, 30 mil for Medusa 5-star. I think we can drop that down safely. Mangog is a 6-star, 55 mil, makes perfect sense. and then 20 mil for the 5-star version of Mangog if you're interested in getting it. So that's my predictions for round 2 and the results that we've got info for. That's been your Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Monday. Make sure to check out the channel in the center, which is Rich's Revolution. Lots of spicy content to post today, and as well as some fresh content to the left and right. And I'll see you later on for another video. Good day, God bless.